Well, friends, welcome to season 3, episode 2 of Cooking with Miss Casey. In keeping with our theme of Toy Story, this week we're going to make Sheriff Badge cookies. I'm going to have my friend Woody help us out, and I think you're going to really enjoy this one. So let's get started. Now, every week, how do we always start? That's right, with the flag salute. So if I can get my flag helper to help me. There's our flag. Now I expect all of you to stand up. Everybody stand up, put your right hand over your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, flag holder. Okay, so we're going to get started, and we always start with clean hands. So come on over to my sink. Let's wash our hands. I like that Woody song last week. We're going to do that one more time. What do you say? Okay. You've got a friend in me. You've got a friend in me. When the road looks rough ahead and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed, just remember what your old pal says. You've got a friend in me. Okay, dry up all nice. And we're going to get started. So we get started with cookie dough because we're making cookies. Now, I'm not going to make the cookie dough. We don't have that kind of time. But lucky for us, the food store provides us with some cookie dough. And we've used this before, so you guys should be used to it. Okay, so always keep it refrigerated. So I had it in my refrigerator. We need a pan for the oven. And we need some parchment paper to cover the pan. So that. Sheriff's badges are always shaped like a star. So we're going to use a star-shaped cookie cutter. Open up our cookie dough. Now, it's kind of hard with this dough where you can't really roll this dough. So what we're going to do is take a little bit. I don't know if my camera person can get in nice and close so you can see. And you just put little bits in there. And since you guys have little fingers, this is going to work great. So you stick it into all the corners. We want to make sure we get the dough in all the corners, and we don't need a lot because then it'll cook up too high and you'll just have a mound of puff and you won't have anything that's star-shaped. So it's important we got to get all those points in. Let me get a little more here. See, you're just using a little bit. Let's see. And my hands are nice and clean. That's why it's okay for me to be doing this with my hands. We'll get it into those points. Get a little in there. I had a little hole. We don't want a hole. Okay, let's see. Get a little more on that point. Okay, so let me show you. Can you see? Okay, now this is the hard part, is getting the cutter off. So you stick your little finger into the point and you pull up. And you do that. You go all the way around. And you pull it up. Now, it's okay if it doesn't come out perfect because you can always use your fingers and make those points. Okay, so we're going to make it nice and pointy so that when it cooks up, we'll be able to see it. All right, now we have to go over to my magic oven. So we're going to turn the oven on. The directions tell us, let me see, always check your directions. And my directions are telling me that I need to cook this at 350 degrees. So we're going to turn it on. We'll put it on bake. 350. Okay, and then we put it in the oven. Now it's cold, so I can stick it in the oven. When I pull it out, it'll be hot. Don't want to do that, do we? Okay, so let me put this in the oven. Now, since Miss Casey has a magic oven, we'll be able to get this pretty quickly. Does anybody remember the magic word for Miss Casey's oven? Is it abracadabra? Nope, it's not abracadabra. Does anybody remember? Alakazam. I think that's going to be the one. Now, remember what I just said. Got to have the mitts because the oven is hot. Let's pull it out and see. Oh, look at that. It's pretty much star-shaped, I would say. So we're going to put it onto a plate to cool. I'm just going to take the whole piece of paper, put it right on there. Put this over here. Get these out of the way. Oh, you know what Miss Casey forgot to do? We got to put this back in the refrigerator. Plus, it'll make a lot more room, right? Okay, let's put this back in. Now, another name for a sheriff's badge is a gold star. So we would like our star-shaped cookie to be gold. How do we make it gold? Well, we're going to put a little frosting on it. Now, I got this frosting. Is that gold? No, it is not. So we're going to take a little because we only need a smear. So we're going to put that in here. I did a nice, let me get this out of the way so you can see. Did it clear. Now, a gold star, I don't have gold food coloring, but I do have yellow. And I think you'll see it looks pretty good. Just one drop is all I need. And you know what's funny? When you do food coloring, it looks orange. But wait till we mix it up and you'll see. Can you see? See how it's getting yellow? Even though it looked orange, it's actually yellow. So we want to mix it up good. We don't want any white in there. We want it all nice and yellow for our gold star. Keep it going. Okay. Now this is a little spreader. It works perfect for the schmear. And a schmear means just a tiny little bit. You don't want to cake it on or coat it. Cookies are already very sweet. So we don't want a lot of that. So we put some on. You put a little bit on there. And you use the back. And we're going to spread it over it. Spread it on. I'm going to get a little more. See? Get it on there and spread it. Now, it doesn't really look too star-shaped, but here's what's going to make the difference. Let me finish getting that on there. Okay. It's kind of like those iced cookies that you get at the food store sometimes, some of you bring it in for your birthdays. Okay. We have that. Now, a lot of times the stars, I don't know if you can see on Sheriff Woody's, has dots on the end. So we're going to use M&Ms. Any color you want that we have, or some of you may not be friends of M&Ms, but you might like chocolate chips. What would be in keeping with chocolate chip cookie dough? We're going to use some colorful M&Ms. So let's see what we've got. We've got an orange, red. We'll do all different colors. Green. What else do we have? Oh, I see a blue. And what else? Yellow. Okay. If it was cooler, we could write in it sheriff, but it's very, very sticky, the frosting. You really can't write in it. But we all know it's a sheriff's badge, right? And there you have Sheriff Woody's sheriff badge cookie. So let's all go back to our classrooms, get our hands nice and clean. We're going to bake our cookies. When it's done in my oven, I'll bring them back to the classroom and then you guys can decorate them. So until next time, everybody be good, and I'll see you next week.